And I can put it and then I'm live again. Okay, there are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Dark spaces have heart and see them through. Oh my god. Okay, controls. Enter space. Sentences, parallax. Click menu, unseen text. Okay, I can do that. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Jesus Christ.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Killing a prince.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I mean, like, yeah, but also no.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Interesting. I still don't know, like, she's the one who destroys the world? I'm going to do something until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
This is very D&D.
Find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Wait, so are we the narrator or the hero?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
You know, I wonder if this is gonna be she's actually an evil or she's a victim, because I don't actually know.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Because, like, either way, it's cliche.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains? Okay.
Bitch.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Yeah, but, like, we don't know anything about her. Maybe she's a dumbass. I'm a dumbass.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen. But
What do you mean that's
I'm
hardly
dealing with the
relevant?
princess. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I'm going to get you out of here. What are you going to
The
do?
princess hesitates before responding.
This is very, like, paper.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I'm sorry. Are these the only options?
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I...
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't
Man,
want
I
to
just got a
hurt
random
anyone.
message from
like
someone
the
I have no
world.
idea who they are, so I just won't respond. Goodness.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
What have you been eating?
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Yeah, but
At the
like
end of the day, whatever
you've
the
done
two of us have
nothing
going on
to
down here is
persuade
about
me.
trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you
She
why.
makes the most sense, right, Chet? I feel like that's what we're supposed to do, though. We're supposed to trust her. Then we're gonna get absolutely fucking bodied.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a
She's
reason.
going to absolutely body us, Chet. I'm gonna be honest.
So this shouldn't be about what I do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We
That's
both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
I want lotion.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose.
Why do you hate
everything, all for the
monarchs
sake
so
of
bad?
one
Are they
person.
really that bad? I didn't
And us
study
subjugating
history.
monarch, no less. That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one. I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. Do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
I feel like I did everything that I did every
way,
like
she got
middle
the mask,
lane
didn't
thing.
You can still grab the blade and get back down here. It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way.
I don't know. I just want her to kill
You
us.
close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
And where did the blade go
Okay.
though?
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
But where's the blade?
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. Oh, it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut
Dude,
her.
how does she get close enough to the door though with the chain?
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
So, like, if we let her out, she won't kill the world? Is that what it's trying to tell
Awake
us?
in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
Why are we...
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
But, like...
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
You know, games like these,
Your lungs
People
stop drawing in breath.
I just don't
and
understand
your heart
them.
freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay. This is good. I was worried you might fall for a shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here. They definitely aren't there. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No. I'll go to the end talk. Maybe I'll say, maybe I won't. I already did that. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. The thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Oh yeah. Why look at you?
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
Yeah, but like you're lying because I didn't
Fine.
die.
Turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is getting... What's going on? Where are we? It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse, louder as something other comes close. Feelers furrow across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your conscience. Consciousness enwraps themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance, fingers straight claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It's the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A waking finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation.
You're here to sleep.
It's your... Oh. So maybe... It is the world. What are you talking about? Maybe some people do. No, it's those very evil people. Wait, what is... Wait, no. Stop skipping. Oh.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Who are you?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I like this branch in particular. This one is specifically nice.
You make your way up the short path. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't... The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is... You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult. The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me. How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
Oh, she looks different now.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Is this supposed to be a relationship?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully
She
soon.
becomes more and more like the original princess.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them.
She becomes
after I'm
more and
free.
more like the original princess, so nice we are to her.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
So is the narrator real? Oh my gosh. Hello, Olive. Good morning. Thank you for the water. I forgot to close it earlier. I'm in like a very ditzy mood. I'm very indecisive right now. I think I'm very sensitive.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
How are you?
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to
Ay,
slay
my
the
ear.
princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay. Chokes on air. Charu. 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 I'm sorry. I hope you're okay. It's not nice to choke on air.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier.
That
if
was the
you'd
redeem,
simply
right?
slain her like you.
Oh shit! I didn't read the thingy correctly. Okay, give me a second. There we go. I don't know if you heard that correctly, but I did it correctly this time. I read. I'm still off it. Olive. Jesus fuck. I sound like a frog. I sound like I sound like a fucking toad.
The door's slamming. I locked you down here too, didn't I? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
I don't think knives work on chains,
You
princess.
won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive
What?
chain.
What?
You
Really?
cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
I've been saving all my wait. Hot? Hey, yo, what do you mean? Okay. I'm gonna fucking. Jesus.
Gaze out in your eye.
Sir, I didn't even do anything. Not yet, at least.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Love you. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you. I will. I have great company, if you can't tell.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
I have such a lovely company.
I just can't let her escape into the world.
Who the fuck are you?
The princess approaches the bottom stair. Your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back. but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
It's your fault, though!
The end.
You literally did this to me! She wouldn't have killed me!
And you die. I hope it was worth
You
it.
fucking cuck! Okay, give me a second.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Okay, wait. People are like messaging me.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Oh, Paladin. Sorry, I'm talking over. Fuck, all the fuck to my throat, my throat. Oh, okay.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here. For us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Okay, here's it.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
How long do you have to talk? 'Cause I'm streaming. I want to give you my time if you're free for a while. Okay, a second.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from.
What do you mean? Me? Or do you mean the
As far as
princess?
trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Why should I listen? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you.
Sure.
Let's
Okay.
say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at
A
least
version of me.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. But that's one way to put it, I guess.
Okay.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are
What do you mean 3?
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all. Sure you are. Anyway,
As a voice
second
acting is
question
gonna
was,
make me
what's
cry.
the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started.
You guys know that
Sounds
little
pretty
story, the
consequence-free
little
to me.
I don't know where it was posted, but I've seen it on the YouTubes. Why didn't I call you that? And then everyone's right back where they started.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself?
Where
Or
it's
were you
like,
instead
my little
transported to a
sister
different
asked
world?
me to take her to the library to learn sign language, and now I'm watching her walk down the aisle signing I love you.
If it's the latter,
It's so,
what do
so
you think
cute.
happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess
Anyways, I'm just
left
talking to
Endeavor
myself.
brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
You're talking in circles.
No, I'm talking in facts. Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Well, why couldn't they slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
We're a dumb
Of course you're
bitch.
special.
Of course you're special, baby.
Yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Sound like the goblins
We're
in the...
anointed to bear. Get it? I'm also
This is so
anointed to
fucking D&D and
We're
Baldur's
all
Gate.
in
What
this
the fuck?
together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now.
This
So
narrator
please,
reminds me
just
of Olive
get
whenever
to
we
the
fuck
point.
around and play in his games. What
I told you everything you need to know.
Ooh.
Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Oh,
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds
I don't
like
even
I'm
know
doing
who you
something, but you're just
are,
going to have to
bitch.
trust me here.
like I'm trying.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally any... Fine. Check your pockets. You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope.
Why do we look like
Words,
this, by the way?
evidence written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
God, we're like 5.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
You know, with how shit it
There are
is, it would
some
probably be
rules I
difficult
have
to forge our
follow for all
handwriting.
our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Or... Here, give me a moment. Okay, I will be back maybe... Will to save? And reslot. Okay. Quit. Quit. This doesn't quit the game, right? Oh, it quits the game. Okay. Well, I love y'all. Bye. See you guys later, okay? Ciao.